This is the KoperCrabb Podcast. What up?
I'm Cheney Crab.
I am Naveen Copperweiss, the main host.
I am the main host, Cheney Crab.
My co-host, Cheney Crab, sitting over there.
My co-host, guy in the panda hat. If you would like to grab KoperCrabb merch, go to KoperCrabb.BigCartel.com. And I have to say, our new beer glasses came in. They're super sick. If you are not looking at them right now on the screen, then you can just hear my description. They look like a beer can, but they're a glass. They're super sick. They're $10. We are almost halfway out of them, and they take a long time to reorder, so grab those.
They're selling a lot quicker than we thought they were going to.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. And thank you to everyone who's grabbed one so far. If you grabbed 2 cups, I put them all in the mail this morning because I had to order boxes. I went to 3 stores over the weekend looking for boxes to fit 2 cups into.
2 cups, 1 box. Jenny, you gotta put the windscreen back.
Oh, I know. It's annoying.
It's not working out.
Is it like blowing wind?
Yeah, it's like...
It sounds like a tornado is coming from my mouth. All right, that's better.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry,
I'm really enunciating. I'm just not going to use it. Fuck it. I was
really
like, that's not going to work.
S's. But yeah, so go and grab a cup if you would like one. We also restocked coffee cups. Those are close to half out as well. So act fast.
Yeah, it's hilarious because last time we had the coffee cups, we had them for probably like, I don't know, a year or longer trying to sell them.
No.
We had them for quite a while.
I bet a half a year.
But that might just be because half of them are in our cupboard. But...
That's so true.
Every time I need a cup, I'm like, just grab one of those.
I know. I use them for like paint.
Yeah.
For rinsing off my paintbrushes.
Now, I know that we have 4. I know we have a set of 4.
Our parents
but that's okay.
Have
it's like
them.
A set. Anyway, yeah, they are selling a bit quicker than we anticipated.
They are.
Which is a good thing.
They are. And we ordered 7,000. So, I mean, they're going pretty quick. So grab those, KoperCrabb.BigCartel.com. If you're in the Twitch, Harrison will drop that in there for you. You can go pick one up. And I send those out personally. If you would like to grab ENTHEOS merch that I also send out, then you could go to our Band Run merch store. That's ENTHEOSofficial.BigCartel.com. 2 weeks from today, we will be putting up a limited edition merch drop for the brand new ENTHEOS single. You guys are hearing it here. We aren't telling anyone else. It's going to go live on the podcast. So if you listen to the podcast live on Twitch, I mean, obviously, if you hear this tomorrow, you're going to know. But if you're listening to the podcast live on Twitch that Tuesday, you'll be reminded because our first single for our new album comes out 2 weeks from tomorrow.
That's right.
2 weeks from today if you're listening on Spotify or YouTube.
I wish we could drop the merch link in like the Twitch. Be like, you guys can buy it.
We're going to do that.
Fuck it. Early?
No, we can't do it early because it's such a limited edition design that I want to give other people a shot.
Fair shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but it's really sick merch. We're going to be doing that.
I'm stoked on this merch.
Yeah, I am
Straight
too.
Up, hard.
We're going to be doing that with every single that we put out. So, podcast listeners, y'all are close to our hearts.
Yeah,
so we let you know first about everything. So yeah, pay attention to the merch store. Go and pick up our old tour stuff right now. That's what's up in there, and I send it all. You can also go to Night Shift. I think it's nightshiftmerch.com or nightshift.com/collections/ENTHEOS. That has that has like the designs in it that we stay stocked in. So if you want to get like limited edition shit, get it from the Big Cartel.
And Cheney sends that out.
And I send that out. And
she writes a note sometimes.
I do write a note. If you write to me, if you write in the little memo area, I will write back. So
that's like Domino's.
Yeah, or if you ask for us to sign something or whatever.
Oh, we got Domino's this week too.
We did get Domino's.
Fucking so
Dude,
bomb.
We got Domino's this week.
Oh man, and you know what's funny about that? I was like, damn, Shane, we haven't had Domino's in so long. We used to. I feel like on the podcast we used to be like, oh, well, it's Sunday. We're getting Domino's.
We also got Olive Garden a lot, yeah.
Because we did the podcast. We used to do it on Sunday, and that was like, we'll have a big meal on that day. Yeah. And other days too, but anyway.
Yeah, why that day? I think it's because we would like get drunk on the podcast and then want to eat
some Domino's. Yeah.
And it was our cheat day, maybe.
We weren't dieting. Yeah. We would just eat whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
It was just gonna be bomb.
Do you remember how bleak it got in the middle of the pandemic for everyone? It wasn't like it was bleak, but just as far as how much food
it's like,
we were
care.
like
I'm
making and consuming.
I know. Channy had a memory pop up.
Yeah.
Of her. She made like a whole mountain of breadsticks and like cheese dip
from
sauce.
Scratch.
Yeah.
From scratch, motherfucker. That's right.
Not low calorie.
It was
high calorie.
So not low calorie.
But yeah, we had Domino's the other day. We were like, fuck it, let's just get some Domino's, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And then we got the Domino's, and I'm thinking, damn, it's been so long since we've had Domino's. It was 2 weeks shy of 1 year exactly.
That's insane. And you know what else is insane is how good Domino's is.
It ripped.
Like Domino's is amazing. I like the pan pizza.
No, dude, you gotta try this pizza place. Dude, I've had good pizza. You know what I mean?
I
don't give me that bull. Of course I know that it's
Chipotle.
not like the best pizza. I get it.
It's kind of like Chipotle, like it's the most consistent. Consistently the best.
It's just Domino's.
Is that?
You know what I mean? Like
one of those people should endorse us. I mean, we've been talking about it for 5 minutes.
Endorsement?
For the love of God. Now everyone's ordering Domino's. They're getting on their little Domino's
the app
tracker.
Is genius.
Yeah.
I love the tracker.
I know.
Like if I had a restaurant, a local restaurant, this is something that I don't understand. Local restaurants, like they don't get it. Look at these big restaurants. Figure out how to do that, dude, because like I guess there's DoorDash, so they just do that. But I actually don't use DoorDash because I feel bad using it. I feel like it rips the restaurants off. I happen to know that it does. It does.
Yeah, it does, because one time I ordered from a restaurant in Santa Cruz, but I ordered off of Uber Eats or something, or DoorDash,
and then we went and picked
it up, and they actually yelled at me.
They're like, they take pissed. Like 30% or some shit.
They were pissed. Yeah. They were like, do not do that again.
Yep. And then I also just hate DoorDash. Like every time I'm in a restaurant, I see a guy come in or a girl.
Yeah.
And I just instantly know like that person's picking up.
Well, they're
picking up DoorDash. I know they're not here to eat because they don't look like they're having a good time.
Right.
You know, they're just like, on their phone, and they just get the fucking bag or whatever and leave. And it's just like, I mean, it's essentially like ruined restaurants.
Well,
I really hate DoorDash.
I have been told by someone who worked at maybe Chipotle or something similar that the problem with DoorDash and Uber Eats is that they're not like controlling how many orders come in at a time. So you're just getting railed with orders. And that's why restaurants get so far behind on like a Friday night, because they're getting railed with a ton of orders, and it's hard for them to get all of the orders correct. So in those like hot hours, you'll probably get.
And how often is something missing when we order DoorDash?
That's what I'm saying.
Every time. You know why? Because the driver gets hungry, they take something. Why would they not do that?
You heard this the other day, and now
why
you
would
think
they not?
that everyone
I know,
does
but then
it.
I started thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, there's
because
always.
we heard it on Kill Tony, our new favorite show.
But think about it. There's always something missing, and nothing happens if something's missing. They don't go, hey, driver, they just figure it out.
They just refund you like $3.
It's like, sick, I got my money back. I wanted to give you this money for fries or whatever is missing.
DoorDash is an evil corporate greed scheme.
I really don't like it. The only time we ever use it is when we're hungover, so we're obviously not going to be using it this month.
I use it.
That's the only time I will.
That's really probably the only time I use it.
That's like the only time I'll. Well, first of all, if
we make food at home a lot,
I would only get some. I would never use it.
True.
The only time I ever am involved in it is when you order it.
Oh
but
my
I
God.
feel like,
whoa, dude, I'm getting DoorDash shamed right now.
That's true, man. It's true.
I actually don't want to go and see how much money I've spent in the last 3 years on DoorDash, because it would be embarrassing.
So to bring it back to Domino's, they're like, fuck the DoorDash. We've got our own app, which I love. I love their app.
Hold on. This is reminding me of when we went on that trip to Portland and you were working during the day. And I would just wake up and order like 5 different DoorDashes to the hotel. Like, just doing whatever I wanted.
Extravagance.
Like, coffee in the morning, and then like a juice
multiple
from somewhere
DoorDashes?
else. Oh, dude. It will get dark.
See,
if I'm left to my own devices, it gets really dark.
Yeah.
Because I think we were talking about this in the pre-show, how we don't really leave the house a ton because we don't have to go anywhere to work. I leave to go to the gym.
Or to mail stuff.
Which I do a lot. But if I am left to my own devices, I'm just home alone, all the time. And I'll just be a weird hermit and order DoorDash.
No, I think the other day when I went to pick up the Domino's, I was like, I haven't left the house in 4 days.
Yeah.
Because we get groceries.
Just getting out to get
So we get the groceries, those are home, and then we're doing Sober October, so we don't go anywhere. Right? It's not let's go get a beer, fuck it. Which is something I want to talk about.
Yeah.
But then we just work on stuff at home. So it's just don't have any reason to go anywhere.
We're probably around each other more than anyone, any couple ever of all time.
Cheney never gets sick of me. It's insane.
Never. I've never once
gotten sick of me. She doesn't get sick of me. I don't know how that works.
You don't get sick of me. That's the crazier part. I'm just kidding.
That is the crazier part.
Damn, okay, Panda
swish.
Hat guy.
So, story behind the Panda Hat. Harrison brought...
I rebounded that, really. Or I was the assist on that one.
I don't think you got my last little quip, though.
I did. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you laid it up for me, and I came through.
Yeah, I was the layup.
Dunked it.
Assist.
So speaking of
this is coming from two people. You're right now hearing two people talk about the logistics of basketball who Naveen knows absolutely nothing about basketball, and I played basketball 20 years ago.
I can play basketball.
That doesn't mean you know the rules.
I do know the rules. I know some of them. Traveling.
Yeah, that's
Can't do that. Although every time I watch basketball, I'm like, they're traveling. Doesn't it look like they're just totally running with the ball?
I think it's because they have such long legs.
I don't get it. It's like, dude, are you allowed to do that? They're just running around the court with it.
I know. It feels like they carry the ball a little too much.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. It's really weird.
See, I'd be the confused referee.
But hey, okay, so...
But anyway, the Domino's tracker, really great.
Dude, I love the Domino's tracker, and I don't feel guilty about using that at all. It's like their proprietary app, and I don't get delivery. That's another thing that you should know about me. So here's another tip for you guys.
So you do not contribute to the delivery boy population.
I don't like delivery. No, I don't like it at all. Because I'm getting delivery from a mile away. Just go get it.
Yeah, I know.
But here's my move. This is probably a boomer move, but this is the way to do it. If you guys want to skip the technology and all the bullshit and get your order right, 99.9% of the right.
Call in.
Call it in.
Yeah, call it in.
Call it in. You get the number, you save it to your phone, and you just go, hey, what's going on? Oh, I need to get blah, blah, blah. I want to make an order for pickup.
Dude, you're literally describing how all of us ordered pizza.
Nobody does that anymore.
Do you remember back when you could only order pizza and occasionally an Italian restaurant and some Chinese food?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, I do remember that.
God, times have changed. That'll be crazy when we're old and we're telling people about back when you had...
You had to call someone.
How are they going to get pizza then? What's the tracker app going to be like at Domino's in the year 2001?
I don't know.
What year is it? What year is this?
The year 2000.
I don't even know what year it
but
is.
listen. So we got these mugs, and as we announced last week on the podcast, we're doing Sober October, so we can't drink.
You guys don't know, but that's a Rob Brown classic. Is what Naveen is doing when
I literally can't
Rob
stop doing
is annoyed by what is it? It's not when
it's
he's annoyed. He's like when he thinks something is dumb.
If he has to say something that you can tell he doesn't really want to say, he says it in this voice like if I was Rob and I was gonna drink this, I'd be like, oh, I guess I'm having a Budweiser Zero.
And then I'll be like, change, Budweiser Zero. Oh my God.
But anyway, so I just spoiled what that is. Anyway, we got the mugs. So we wanted to have a beer in the beer glasses, but obviously we're doing Sober October, so we can't drink. So we're having, I was at Walmart getting a memory card, which has been.
I'm surprised you didn't use
the lost memory
Rob
card
voice
is now found. But anyway, I was like, oh, that'd be funny to get some non-alcoholic beer. So we can at least have something that looks like a beer in the beer glasses.
Right.
So let's do that.
So is it a twist cap?
I don't know. Probably not.
It's definitely not.
Oh, it definitely is.
Really?
Yeah.
I have my hands.
You don't have hands that have been drilled through
hands.
with drill bits.
That's true. Did you already told that?
You want one, Harrison? Okay. It might be gross. I don't know.
Well, I've never tried a non-alcoholic beer before, so this is a first, a Cheney Crab first, and then a KoperCrabb first.
So the problem was like last week we got the cups, and I put a Diet Sprite in mine, and it just didn't really look like anything.
Can I say that, judging by the color right away, this looks like a beer that I would not like.
Yo, you're not gonna like it. Period. End of story.
All right.
Let's see how we're doing here.
Everyone
All right,
ready
we're
to take a swig?
this shit.
Cheers, y'all.
Try it out.
Sober October.
Are you allowed to drink non-alcoholic beer in sober October?
Yeah, there's no beer. Wow, dude. That hold me over.
I love that.
Dude.
I love that.
That's really good.
That is amazing. I love that.
Oh my God.
I love this.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to drink this in sober October? Mm-hmm. It's got no alcohol in it, right? Definitely. I mean, I can have the taste.
I mean, that I would never be able to tell that that's non-alcoholic.
If somebody gave me that, because it's a Budweiser, it just tastes like Budweiser.
Dude, placebo.
I feel a little tipsy. I'm not going to
I
lie.
think that, honestly, I might drink this at places from now on. Well, not from now on. I mean, I'm going to drink
like, Cheney, we're getting a round of drinks. What do you want? You're like, Bud Zero. Thanks.
Bud Zero, please.
Actually, dude. Yeah. So I wanted to mention my experience today at Walmart because it was kind of weird. I went to I was in the beer aisle, and it was really hard to find this because there's like a million Trulies and beers and all that stuff. And dude, it was weird. I felt like it was a really nice day outside, and they were for some reason blaring like Main Room House in there, like right, you know, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like a pool party type
like
music.
DJ Polly.
Yeah, I don't know why this was going on. It was actually really weird because it was kind of loud in Walmart. And so I'm like going down the beer aisle, and I was like overcome with this feeling like, oh, it would be so fun to like grab a pack of those Trulies and like go drink them and hit the pool or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's just weird. It was like, it kind of weirded me out.
Why?
Because I like so much, like when you're an adult, you start like having beers and stuff like that every once in a while.
Yeah.
And then you kind of, when you're having fun, you're like having a beer.
Yeah, it's like...
So it's like associated with fun.
Yeah, it's like Pavlov's dog experiment. Yeah. It's like, you know, you've trained yourself to associate beer with having fun, or having fun with having a beer.
Yeah, I know.
Or a drink. So it just...
I honestly feel like I'm having a little bit more fun just because I feel like I'm drinking a beer. I'm not going to lie.
Well, this could really tide me over if I went to a show or something. Like, I don't... This. Because I do, it is a lot just the feeling of like having a drink. There is a certain point where I'm drinking in a night because I don't really get like wasted anymore in my life. Like I get a nice cool buzz, and there's a certain point where I'm like, I kind of wish I could turn this off and not have consumed all of those drinks, and not, you know, I kind of wish I wouldn't feel like crap tomorrow morning because I know what's coming.
Yeah, after like 2 drinks, you're trying to feel like that all night.
Yeah.
But the reality is that you're never going to. Again,
you're never going to.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's like...
So...
It's chasing the dragon.
Diminishing returns, I believe that's
the
name for that. But, yeah, it kind of got me thinking, like, I think I need to have fun without alcohol to like retrain my brain that it's fun and alcohol are not synonymous.
Yeah.
So that got me thinking. But then I for a while I was like, I don't even think they have this crap here. But this was like, they had this one, and then there was like a Bush non-alcoholic, and I was like, I don't know if I can go that low.
Well, don't you think that's kind of a trigger to have it sandwiched like right in between all the liquor?
So that's what I was thinking. I don't think like alcoholics can drink this, right? They're not like recovering alcoholics.
No, they can.
They're allowed to drink that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be a trigger. You're like, oh my God, it's so good. I got to get a real beer now.
Well, I guess, you know, there's a spectrum of recovering alcoholics. I guess it just depends how far you, or, you know, what's your trigger? What's the thing? But I think maybe.
Yeah.
I have heard of recovering alcoholics drinking it.
Dude, it's really good.
But it's kind of the same thing. It's like we're saying, we're associating a good time with drinking alcohol. So it, every so often I could see, especially if you were an alcoholic, every so often you kind of want to have that taste. And it does, it brings the nostalgia.
Yep.
I'm saying this, I've only gone 2 weeks without
That's what I'm
drinking
saying.
at
And
this point, but it does bring back the nostalgia of
dude,
having a little bit of fun. And
it's exactly how I feel. And yeah, like we said, we don't really. I was thinking about that a lot on my driving home. I don't think that you and I are necessarily people who drink heavily, but it would. I was kind of adding it up, and it would probably be between 10 to 15 drinks a week.
Yeah,
which actually is a lot.
It's totally a lot.
Because I'll chill on the podcast and have 3 Trulies easy.
Yeah, me
and
too.
then go out on Friday or Saturday and have 3 at home, and then at least 4 when I'm out, something like that. I'd have probably 10 sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's between 10 to 15 drinks. I mean, that's a lot. So I will say I've been feeling way better, just in general. I got more energy. Mm-hmm. I'm in a better mood.
Yeah.
I've been getting way more shit done. We've been waking up early.
This morning I woke up at 6.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. A month ago, we were waking up at 1.
Yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, I think even though we don't drink that much, in my opinion,
2 months.
It's still, I think it's still enough to kind of make you feel kind of groggy a little bit the next day. So you got to figure your body's kind of trying to catch up.
You're always starting at a negative.
Yeah.
Always. I can always tell if I had a drink the night before.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Even one drink, it'll just send me a little behind. It makes me want to sleep a little more. And if I get a buzz or get kind of drunk, I do not sleep very well at all. I can't, especially if I'm drunk. I don't sleep. I have dreams of police pulling me over and getting arrested.
So apparently, when you're drunk and you go to sleep, it's not real sleep. It's referred to as pseudo sleep.
You never hit REM, right? You're kind of
Yeah, I don't know all the science behind it, but like I said last week, I listened to that Andrew Huberman podcast, and he went into that, how you basically can't recover as you typically would when you're drunk or whatever.
Huh.
So, I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm going to drink again, but
yeah, for sure.
It's pretty cool just feeling good without it, honestly.
Yeah, it's fun to take a little time off from
And
things.
I'm dropping a couple LBs on top of that.
Definitely, because when you drink 10 drinks a week, even if you watch your diet, we both are really good about we kind of don't really eat in excess and have a cheat day and work out and do
dominos,
stuff like that.
That was bomb.
But where was I even getting at?
Oh, you can drop a couple LBs.
You can still drop a couple pounds. I mean,
because that's it. That's minimum. So if we drank 10 Trulies or White Claws a week, that's 1,000 calories. That's with just 10 White Claws.
Yeah.
And so it takes 3,500 a pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So if you drank 15 of them, or you drank 1,500 calories, 2,000 calories, you're dropping a half pound a week.
Totally.
Just from doing that.
Totally.
Just from not drinking those. So anyway,
yeah,
some good benefits. I like it.
I forgot to say this at the beginning because we kind of got into stuff, but if you want to hear us talk about stuff like this, stuff like on the podcast, we'll give advice on what it's like to be in a band, run a band and stuff, then go to the Beatdown Brunch. It's not this weekend, next weekend, October 23rd. It's a Sunday. It's at 11:30 a.m. It's free in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Concourse. We'll be speaking. Jeff Menig will be speaking. Holly Rainey will be speaking. There are workshops. It's for people in bands who want to learn how to just learn stuff about it and network, I guess. I think that Lizzie announced a day or two ago that the first 100 RSVPs have already been claimed, so they're all getting a special gift or something at the door.
Really?
Yeah, first 100 RSVPs claimed.
When I walk out on stage, you think it's going to be standing O? Just fucking...
Probably not. Probably not.
I know. They're going to be like, who's this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this guy here?
It'll be like this. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we'll figure out some things to talk about at that, I think.
They're getting everybody liquored up there with Bloody Marys, apparently.
Yeah.
I'll drink a virgin one. Fuck it.
Yeah, I got any virgin Bloody Marys. I don't know. The fake alcohol thing, because I've seen like fake gin and stuff.
It
doesn't look like, it doesn't sound bomb. I don't know. Maybe it will be, though, because I never thought I'd be into a non-alcoholic beer.
All right. Next week on the podcast, we're trying it, dude.
We should. We should order some. But also, we are playing Whitechapel's Christmas show in Knoxville. It's the Whitechapel Christmas show benefit show for Christmas. And we are playing that. Whitechapel's playing it. Orthodox is playing it. The Guild is playing it. It is on December 22nd. At the Mill and Mine, and I'm pretty sure it sells out most years, so you probably want to buy your tickets now.
Are tickets on sale?
They're on sale.
Okay.
Bring a gift to donate. Naveen saw one year there was a whole room of gifts to donate to kids.
That's the point of it. The point of the show is, they get a bunch of toys for tots.
Which I've always thought was super awesome. I've said that
really
to Naveen for years when we lived in California, because we've played Whitechapel's Christmas show before. I've always been like, we should start doing something like that in Santa Cruz, because that's such a fucking cool idea. They do it every year. It's for a really good cause, and it's a cool, like, it's fun to have something like that around Christmas. I feel like there aren't a ton of Christmas shows, but it's cool to, like, everyone's in town, and you get everyone together and bring them to a show. Naveen's dad will be at the show. And Naveen's dad's wife and Harrison will be there.
All right, we're bringing Mark on the podcast, dude. Fuck it.
We should. We should bring him, like, I think.
Give him a non-alcoholic beer. Like, oh, it's horrible. What is this?
Yeah, I know. I wonder.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Is it like when you start drinking fat-free yogurt or eating fat-free yogurt? It's like, ugh.
It's pretty much the same thing. It's like something that you like that's been just ruined and is no longer fun.
Right. It's pretty good, though.
Yeah. But anyway, I like this. This is fine. I'm happy to drink this. I think maybe if there was a more craft type one, it'd be even better.
Right.
But I don't really care for back to the liquor thing. I mean, I guess I like the taste of liquor, but it's not like something I would really want to drink.
Yeah.
It's no Diet Sprite.
Agree. I don't.
But this is pretty good.
Anytime I'm drinking liquor, I mean, I like whiskey. But most of the time, if I'm drinking liquor, it's choking the liquor down, or it's trying to dilute it with something else that is not liquor.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm down to try it. Let's get one.
Yeah.
Let's order one. Fuck it. So I have gone through periods of not drinking before, and I did look into that liquor, whatever, kin or whatever it's called, and the reason why I didn't buy it was because it was expensive.
Oh.
I was like, this costs as much as liquor.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this.
Yeah. It's like, I'll have a water. It's $1 for a bottle of water. Okay?
Non-alcoholic vodka.
Ridiculous. God. I'll have a coffee.
These are pretty expensive, too.
How much were they?
$7.
For how many?
6 of them. I guess it's not that bad. That's how much could they have to be at least $1 or something, right? I mean,
I guess.
So I got a glass bottle.
What else have you been up to?
I have been up to made a playthrough today.
Damn.
Yeah, that's right.
Damn.
As we've been hinting at, we've got a single coming out this month.
We don't
want to say when.
We don't hint. No, we already said it.
We said when? Okay.
Yeah, we don't hint at it on the podcast. I literally said it comes out on October 26th. 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Damn, I didn't know we were allowed to
2 weeks
drop.
And we can say whatever the hell we want.
Okay, but, so yeah, it's fucking sick.
So people who listen to the podcast hear it here first. We haven't like announced it, but all of you guys know. So yeah, Naveen, what'd you do for it?
Oh yeah, so I did a playthrough.
Getting lost in the sauce over there, dude.
I know, I'm fucking feeling kind of. You know what's actually weird?
Well,
it is actually weird to like drink a whole beer, and I feel all like alert, like I could like go for a jog.
Yeah, it's like cool.
It's kind of cool.
Let's go.
I like it.
Yeah.
And over time,
it's only 50 calories as well.
So another thing is, how some people. I don't want to harp on this fucking.
Anyways, what'd you do today?
Okay, so I'm in there tracking a playthrough, and I'm like, I wanted to get some good angles. So I spent like a really long time getting cool angles and everything. And then I recorded the take and I played it. And I'm like in my studio for like so long. And I'm like, man, I'm having like an off day. Like this just doesn't sound right. Like it's like, I'm like, I guess maybe I was like, maybe in my mind, I think I'm so good. And then I'm actually hearing it played back and it's just not that good.
Humbling moment.
And I'm like, dude, and I'm like looking at I was thinking like, okay, maybe there's something wrong with one of the tracks and it's a little off. And like, it's just because the feel was just wrong. Like it just didn't sound like how it usually sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, well, I haven't played in like a couple days, that's kind of, maybe that's why. And I kept on looking at it and I'm like, the transients weren't that far off the beat. And it was like an hour later and I was like, I'll record it again. I was like, maybe that was just a shitty take. Let me do it again. Because the blast beats sounded just weird. And then like finally after like, I don't know, an hour or two, there was a plugin on the kick that was like causing a little bit of latency. And like I turned it off and I was just like, there we go. And it sounded back to what I'm used to hearing.
So you are indeed
I'm not
super
perfect,
sick,
but
according to you.
I know what it's. Usually when I'm playing, I'm like, ooh, this is pretty whack. This is not good. And then I hear it played back and I'm like, all right, we can work with that. That sounds pretty good. But today was like the opposite. I was playing, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty sick. And then I go listen to it. I'm like, this sucks. So anyway, I figured that out. But the reason why I'm saying it is because it kind of bummed me out. I was like, man, I don't know about this playthrough. This is like not going to work. And then, so I figured that out. And then I was kind of just going through the, like, listening to the song and stuff. And I was like, okay, we're going to be all right. But I did that. I also did something pretty wild. I finished transcribing the drums for the new single.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a drum transcription and a guitar transcription. And that was my first time transcribing like an actual drum track that I played. Boy, let me tell you what.
Are you going to take a crack at bass or
that
not?
was I don't know. I was thinking about it. I need Evan to show me like all the different like techniques, because I don't really know how to pick it out. Like if I had a video of him doing it, I could figure it out.
Oh yeah, you can't do it by here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I probably could. I just don't know if it would be correct.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've been working on that like here and there for the last few days. And I got it done today. That was a challenge.
Yeah. Thanks for getting it done. We're going to have it for the store.
Yeah. Because I'm a spaz on drums and I don't like play anything the same ever. It's
that's true.
I'm like, I can repeat this part. No.
That's partly something
different.
That's really cool about your playing, and Evan does that too.
Yeah.
That's something that's really cool about both of your playing, but also a challenge in like relearning things. Because for a music video or for like a live video or something like that, you sort of have to play it a little more perfect. Or people want to hear perfect playthroughs, but it just becomes a challenge, like if you're transcribing it or whatever, because you start to play things a little differently and then you hear them that way. And that's how you want to transcribe it. So when you go back to it, it's like...
I mean, that's... for me, I'm just not... if I was just doing it off the top of my head, I don't even know how I would do that. In the new Guitar Pro, you can like put the file in there and then like transcribe over it.
Well,
so that like really helped.
You showing me that, I'm just like, how did people not lose their minds trying to do this before? Going back and forth between two windows to program, that's the most annoying thing I could possibly think of.
That's why I was like, fuck this, I'm not doing it.
That's why people have in the past, that's one of the reasons why they'll pay good money to have other people transcribe it.
Yep, 100%.
We paid good money to have ours transcribed.
Not anymore. I'm doing it myself.
It
was actually pretty fun. I like doing it. It's like playing video games or something. It's cool. Like it's.
Well, also I think at the end of the day, most things I would personally prefer like that. I would personally prefer to do myself, just because I do think that in the long run, no one cares about you and your stuff being correct more than you do.
Yeah.
So it's like, it does take extra time. It's kind of a pain, but you're also working on your own timeline. You're not bothering someone else about getting it done or having to go and double check. And, it's just.
No, I was just chilling on the couch with my laptop, getting it done.
Yeah.
And then, you woke up early today, and I woke up pretty early too. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to finish this tab up.
Yeah.
And just had a coffee, sat there and banged it out.
Yeah.
So I did that and a playthrough in one day. I was like, dang, today's a good day.
Yeah.
And a podcast.
Boom. Look at you. Triple threat.
Triple threat. So yeah, it's shit like that pretty much every day. I was doing, working on a demo for the drum library that we got coming out soon. Library. So we were working on a demo for that. That's going to be really freaking cool. I've been messing around with that quite a bit. And got some other stuff that I need to get done still.
Yeah. I need to do a vocal playthrough for that.
Yeah.
Song.
We made a little vocal clip of the new song, if y'all haven't seen that.
Go peep that out on my Instagram. Give me a follow over on the Instas.
We got it on Instagram. We got
it's
it on
Twitter.
Twitch.
It's on TikTok. It's on Facebook.
It's all over the place. What about you, Cheney? What have you been up to? I know what you've been up to.
Doing merch, doing art. I've been painting a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I've been checking out some of your pieces.
Yeah.
They're pretty sick.
I did start a piece
Pretty dreamy.
I did start something last week that I totally just threw away today, but
not that one.
That's how it
not
goes.
that one with the circle and the squiggly line.
No.
Right? Okay, that one was sick. I was
yeah,
like,
that's
don't throw
gonna be
that away.
sick when I'm done with it.
What
yeah, I've
an
just been
idiot!
working on
Me
painting.
explaining.
Yeah, don't get
Circly and a
Naveen to talk
squiggly
about
and-
like surreal art. It's just like, or abstract art. Not good.
No, I'm.
Mine's more abstract.
I like that kind of stuff, but I am trashy.
Not the man who you'll find at the art museum.
No,
that's for sure.
Definitely not. I don't like museums. They annoy me.
But yeah, I've been doing that. I like reorganized all of the merch, and I have like a merch room where I send everything out from, and reorganized all that stuff, and have been shipping a bunch of stuff out thanks to all y'all's, and working on art, and just like preparing for this song to come out, doing all the behind the scenes stuff. We approved our music video. Which is
sick. We gotta show that to you, Harrison.
Yeah, we're gonna show you it, dude. I cannot. I gonna be honest with you guys. I started crying the first time that we watched the music video, just because
shed a tear.
I finally feel like the essence of our band has been captured in the right way, and I'm just so excited to share it. Yeah, I mean, David Brodsky is fucking amazing. Allie's amazing. They're just, they killed it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that they captured the essence for sure, but it's like a hyper alter ego.
Yeah.
The way it looks. I mean, it just looks freaking crazy.
Yeah, it's just like more than I ever could have imagined. And I just felt like the reason I started crying, I think, is because I felt understood. I just, I don't really have a more.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like,
it's
I
crazy,
just finally felt like, wow, they understand us. They get what we're going for. So I'm really excited to start releasing that stuff. It's like, it's been a long time waiting, but I have to say these last couple of weeks are truly just like, man, I'm ready for it to come out. I'm just ready.
It's going to be weird to have a song out. I mean, we've been
talking about it for 5 years.
We've been talking about it for 2 years.
Yeah. Probably more than that.
Yeah. So.
Takes a long time to write an album.
I mean, think about this. When we started the podcast, the song that we're putting out, I had written when we started the podcast.
Yeah, the song we're putting out was the first song that was written for the album. That's the first single that's coming out. So the whole
entire time that we've been getting to know you guys, we've had that song written.
Yeah.
In the back pocket.
For sure.
So it's
kind of crazy. It's an awesome and weird feeling. It's weird that we haven't put out any music having the podcast.
It's bizarre.
Because it sort of feels like we have, because we've done like a lot of content.
What about Remember You're a Dust? We didn't have the podcast? No, we did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
okay, yeah. We did. Sorry.
So one song.
So we put out one song.
Freaking song.
But
Good
it's really exciting. It's an exciting time in our band. Yeah.
Things are getting real exciting around here at the
KoperCrabb
HQ.
Truly. So yeah.
And Harrison brought a bag of hats, by the way, if you're wondering.
Oh yeah,
wow,
Naveen has
where
on a
did you get
panda
that
hat.
swag?
I was wearing this dragon hat, which I was saying, I think I said it in the pre-show, that I really feel like this captures my essence. I just couldn't put it on under the headphones.
Oh, right.
Maybe I can put it on.
Might work.
All right.
Harrison dropped his, too, I see.
Yeah, it just got
Harrison
too hot.
took his hat. It got too hot.
Not meant for wearing long periods of time. So do we have a caller?
We do.
Let's put him on now. Fuck it. Let's do the caller first.
Is it the caller?
I think it's Jake, right?
It's Jake.
All right, let's have a word with this guy.
Jake. Jake Scrap Piles.
All right, we're taking a call. Taking your calls. So the way this call thing works is you can go into our Discord and you get an awaiting questions channel. Is that right? Am I using the right language here?
Yeah, waiting questions. Then whenever we come to this part in the show, we'll just drag you up and have a one-on-one talk.
Yeah.
All right.
So
it looks like Jake is not ready.
Oh, okay.
Jake. All right, well, let's just do some...
Yeah, let's do some questions.
He can call back or whatever it works.
Making my way downtown, walking fast. Faces passing, I'm homebound. All right.
Why are you singing?
I don't know. I've been singing it since before the podcast, and I have it stuck in my head.
And now it's stuck in Harrison's head.
First question is, what's the most unique show you guys have been to?
Wow. I got one loaded up if you want.
You're gonna say hella.
That's close, but not actually what I was going to say.
Lightning bolt?
Yeah, lightning bolt.
Yeah.
This was probably in like year 2007. The year. Why was it unique? Well, if you've heard that band, then you know that they're pretty unique. We'll listen to them in the post show.
Oh yeah.
We'll throw on some lightning bolt for those of you who don't know. It's like a bass player and a drummer, and they just rock super hard and go crazy. But so you walk into the show, there's a stage, PA, the works, right? They're set up over there in the back of the corner. No PA, no nothing. They just ripped it.
Yeah, that's super sick.
And everybody fucking moshed and stuff. I was covered in sweat, just ripping it. I started crying at the end.
Wow.
Because I was so hyped. It was a lot like the Suffocation show.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the most unique show I've been to.
I would say that's pretty unique, right? Just being like, fuck the stage and the PA. We'll just rip it over here.
I mean, all the house shows back in the day, I would call those unique shows. Do house shows really happen anymore? Maybe.
I don't know.
It's more of an underground thing.
Twitch streams, I guess, is the way they do that now.
I know.
What a bummer. Not as cool.
But every house show is always unique. You know, people would like mosh on couches and jump on couches. I remember playing in a living room on a New Year's Eve in a really small house. But I was playing that. That wasn't like a show that I went to. I don't know, man. It's going to like DIY shows and stuff. Those are the unique shows that I used to go to in basements and random, like houses and.
Love that stuff.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I love that. I love that too. That's like.
Unique show. We got to think of one that's unique. I saw Rammstein when I was a kid. That dude blew fire. That's pretty fucking unique.
I don't know. They're like an arena band.
He just said unique. It didn't have to be.
Fever Ray, I feel, was a pretty unique live.
Yeah, I thought so.
Like there was a whole band set up with like costumes and
people pretending to play instruments.
There was a lot of like TikTok-esque lip syncing going on.
Yeah, cool show though.
Have you noticed? I'm not like upset about this, but have you noticed that that playthroughs used to be more about
playing through
things?
Yeah.
Like I thought that they were a measure to see if someone could do things live because people used to join bands because of those. But now there's this phenomenon of doing a bunch of cover videos and only lip syncing them.
Yeah, or if you're a drummer, like quantizing the whole thing. Honestly, it's like I'll sit there and feel bad if I like move one kick because it was off.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I should do that.
It's like
And then I watch other people's videos, and I'm like, dude, this is just 100% fake.
I know, yeah.
I'm going to do that to mine now. Fuck it.
I do notice that with vocals, too. I don't
do that, though, by the way.
I do not put out fake videos. Won't do it.
Yeah.
And I noticed that. And, you know, everyone's entitled to, like, their grind. I'm not hating on anyone, but it is interesting that it's almost like there are a ton of, like, karaoke singers.
I think if they're upfront about it, then that's fine. You know, if they're not trying to say, "Hey, I played this in one take," like,
I
check
agree.
it out. If they're just like, "Hey, if they're just making it because it's fun,
Yeah.
then that's cool.
Yeah,
but I think,
agree.
Yeah, if they're trying to like, I have a crazy ear, right? So like today, that kick was like a little millisecond off or whatever, and I was like, something's horribly wrong here, you know? And like, I can see when it's not real. And that's okay.
I can see things punched in. Like, I can tell if you
are doing
and
it.
I know you can tell this too. Like, you can tell when vocals have been punched in.
Yeah, especially
it's
with
real
vocals.
obvious.
Yeah.
Real obvious. And I feel like maybe not everyone has that same eye for that because it's obviously something that we both know a lot about. But it's like, I think that it's cool if people are upfront about it. I agree with you.
Yeah, then it's,
I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying that it's interesting that that's become like a thing.
It seems like that's pretty
to-
standard,
yeah.
I would say. I don't think most of the time people aren't really ripping it.
Yeah.
I guess with drums, they'll play it depending on who it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just never able to like play. So I remember this probably isn't as common now. People will do a playthrough for their song, but it'll just be like the album track.
Yeah,
But
totally.
like I never could play the parts that similar to where you would even look like I was doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
I just
So-
always felt like it was more of a music video. Like, that's more of
Yeah.
a music video, you know?
I know. I like seeing it live and hearing it. That's the thing. I want to hear it a little bit different. I think it's cool to hear the little differences.
I guess that's what
Yeah.
I'm expressing is that I would like to hear, like,
It's cool like that.
yeah, because there's a difference between, like, being perfect in the studio and doing something actually live. And just the type of mood that it sets.
Yeah.
Like, it's totally different to act like you're doing something or actually do something. And I think that sometimes with vocals, it almost can take the aggression.
Yeah.
Like, I really like aggressive metal vocals. And metal vocals, there are different kinds, but I tend to go toward that. So I like to see when someone's, like, putting it out. And I don't care if they're, like, necessarily perfect.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't want to hear a vocalist that's 100% perfect. Like, that's what I think is so cool about voices is the differences in different voices and the differences in different playing. So when like with drums, when everything's super quantized, it's like, this is kind of taking out the essence of your playing.
Yeah.
It's eliminating that. And I really want to see, like, you as a performer. I think that's a cool thing to see.
I just don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. It's cool. I like seeing even when there's like a little mistake or something like that. Like misses a tom. It's cool. It's like a live performance. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly. I like seeing that live too. Seeing a band mess up a little bit is a reminder that you're seeing a live band.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. If you want to hear something that's 100% perfect, you can listen to a recording. But that is why live recordings are so cool as well, because you hear a little variation on, a little spin on what was going on in the recording.
I used to say, if it sounds perfect, it is. Meaning they made it sound perfect.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have to wonder, like, is this fake? It's probably fake.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
fake.
For sure. Granted, there are some fucking amazing people out there who do things that look fake.
And I don't even have a problem with music that's fake or whatever.
I don't
I'm
either.
into it.
Well, that's that is a style in itself.
Yeah.
Perfect music is a different thing, you know? If you hear, like, guitar, people have this problem with, like, guitars that sound like Guitar Pro and everything, but I think that it's just a different spin on music. You're still hearing that person's voice, and that's how they sound.
I think it sounds cool. It's just a different sound. Yeah. Like you
Yeah.
said.
I guess that is the thing that I feel like when stuff is like mimed and lip synced, that it's almost like starts to sound homogenized. Like,
I just don't think it's fun to watch because I can clearly tell that they're not doing it. So it's just I don't have any business watching this.
For sure.
Yeah.
No hate though. If that's your thing, then do it. I mean,
but Cheney's not watching it straight up.
I might scroll past.
Yeah, likewise.
I don't even know what the question was. No, it was what's the most unique show?
Oh yeah. There's got to be one more. We're missing something here, Cheney. We're missing a unique show.
I'm sure we are.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, next question.
Yeah, next question. Fuck it.
All right, we're going to try this with Jake again.
Oh, shit.
Caller.
Is Jake ready?
All right.
Yo.
Hey, I was going to wear my scrap pile shirt tonight. I forgot.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Oh, pretty good. How are you?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Good. How are you, man?
It is going. We got our second caller of all time,
Jake
from Scrap Pile.
Jake, what's your last name? Are you willing to put
correspondent with the show?
We're just going to call him.
My last name is Miller.
Miller. Oh, yeah. Okay, I knew that. I've
Okay.
talked to you in chat.
I did find my Scrap Pile shirt, by the way.
Yeah, Naveen found his, and then I realized that I hit you up, Jake, because I realized that our guitar player he was wearing my Scrap Pile shirt the entire tour.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it.
Well, that's really sick that he was wearing it, even though. So, actually, speaking of that, I got your new one with our new shirt and our new stickers and stuff. I got it reshipped to you today, so you should be getting it tomorrow, hopefully.
Hell yeah!
Damn.
That means I'm gonna be wearing it next week on the
And
podcast.
I meant to wear mine on the podcast. We jammed some Scrap Pile in the post show.
Hell yeah, we did.
It was a good time.
Yeah, you guys are sick as fuck.
Oh man, I really appreciate that. Yeah, we're working on that's the first single off of our new album that we're working on. We're trying to get it out.
Okay, yeah, because we listened to some of your stuff on Spotify and we're like, did someone else write it? Is it a different, it just sounds like less slammy.
Yeah, so with the EP that we have on Spotify, it was that was like the first set of songs we ever wrote as a band, and we outsourced like all the production on it. But now with that new single, that's all the new writing, and the drummer Jesse actually does all of like in-house production. He does everything himself now. He's self-taught all that, and it sounds great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Excited to hear the rest of it.
All right. Well, you got a question for the podcast? Or are you just calling in to say what up?
Oh, I got a question. Hopefully, you guys can help me out with. I always try to ask you guys questions about stuff I can do better with my band as being like a local level type act. So, our first out of state show is actually this weekend. We're going to Arkansas to play with Internal Suffering.
Oh,
Okay.
sick.
And I was wondering if there's any last minute things that I'm not thinking of that I should double check, something I'm forgetting about to bring or should expect on the way there or the way back or anything like that. If you have any advice for a first time out of state show.
You're just doing the one show?
Yeah, it's just the one show on a Sunday. It's Internal Suffering's coming through Texas and going up north on tour. And so they're stopping in Arkansas, and we got invited to go open up for them out there.
How far is the drive?
A little over 10 hours.
Okay.
Whew, holy shit. What did you check the oil and do all of those things? What are you driving? What's your tour vehicle?
So actually a friend of mine just bought this 7-seater van, and he's going to drive us, and he's actually a mechanic for a living. So he kind of fixed it up for us nice.
Okay. Huh. I mean, for one show, I mean, you could pretty much just wing it, you know? I mean, you could not eat for 2 days and be still alive.
That's
you know what
true.
I mean?
True.
I would say I gotta think of something.
I know. I'm trying to think of something. It's a 10-hour drive. I don't really know. I don't know if there's something that I'm not saying.
Well, you want your basic stuff, right? So you're gonna have your phone charger. You're gonna want.
Do you have all that stuff? Do you have you guys have cabs? Or you borrowing cabs? That beer's making me burp.
at Bud Zero.
Yeah, so I mean, all we're bringing is drum set, guitar cabs. No, actually, we're not even bringing cabs. They're supplying like a backline, so we're just bringing like the amp heads and then like stuff for like microphones and extra cables and shit like that.
All right. Well, I'll tell you right now, man. Like, just from you're just playing the one show, but stuff that I bring with me on tour is like I bring a little miniature toolkit. So that includes like some Gorilla Tape, a multi-tool, various multi-tools, a knife, a box cutter, a guitar. I have like a guitar multi-tool. I actually have a cool drum multi-tool that I just got, so I would bring that. I'd have like a little toolkit, and then I have in my backpack like, clothing.
Yeah.
Always have that with me.
Gotta have a backpack.
A backpack full of just stuff you might need. Electronics are always important. Chargers. I have like, this doesn't really pertain to a 1-day trip, but like in my backpack, I bought this like pack of 6 like phone chargers that are like 3 inches long. And I just like stash them everywhere just so like in the emergency you need to charge your phone, you at least have that little thing. You can plug it in somewhere. Stuff like that is always handy. I actually was thinking about making a YouTube video about that.
Yeah.
Like just shit that I have in my bag that I use all the time. So like the multi-tool gets used like a ridiculous amount, and that's because the trailer lights are always fucked up.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm like the resident trailer light fixing guy, so I'm always having to fuck around with that, and that requires little tools here and there.
Someone in the Twitch chat said to bring porn, but
Porn. I mean, you got your phone.
everyone has a cell phone now. The
and I
porn,
think
porn
you
is
make
not
it.
applicable.
You can go one day without looking
Yeah,
at
I
porn.
think
and
you
beating
can.
up. Come on, man.
Yeah. Spare your band and don't jerk it in the van for the one day that you're in there.
Let's see. I mean, that's a pretty long drive. I don't know what you're gonna do on that drive.
Yeah, I know. On the
If it was
drive.
me, I'd be driving. So I would. That's what I'd be
true.
doing.
I would be.
Well, I read a lot, so I'm gonna be.
There you go.
I've been reading JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
Harrison's nodding his head really hard right now. You can't see him, but
Yeah. We don't know anything about that, but I think I know what manga is.
well, I've also actually heard of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's the one that I've heard of.
That's a good time. Yeah, in the van is a good time to read. It's fun.
It's not for me because I get motion sickness,
Yeah.
so I cannot read in the van. It's actually really sucks.
But auxiliary cable probably, if y'all want to listen to music, you might want to have one of those.
Yeah, I know.
What's
Yeah,
gonna happen is
sure.
you'll get on the drive and go, man, I forgot that thing. Fuck. That sucks.
Take tape. Get a roll of gaff tape.
dude. I actually have. I like sought this out. I have like a little mini roll of Gorilla Tape. It's not the wide one. It's like half as wide. It's this little mini roll, and I have like I said a very small canvas pouch, and it's got like a bunch of tools in it. It's got a flashlight. It's got the little mini roll of tape. It's got little electronic pieces like twist nuts and shit for the trailer.
Yeah. You have like
If you guys don't have a trailer, then you'll probably be all right. And you got a mechanic with you, so
yeah.
sound pretty set.
Yeah, so I figured that was pretty cool because my original plan before my friend got that van was we were all gonna load up into my 5-seater truck and just shove everything in
Oh
there
my
and
God.
just hope for the best.
For 10 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You would end
Yeah.
up killing someone.
That's when you got to do the double
There
car.
would be a lot of internal suffering because of your anger.
I know.
That would be fucking
right.
brewing, dude. But that's awesome. Congrats on playing your first out of state show. I know that's a really exciting feeling, and it's
I think I like that band too. I just don't. I'm not that familiar with them, but I'm pretty sure I do like them.
aren't they like slammy, like DM?
I like brutal death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Well, right on, man. Have a good time with that.
Yeah,
Jake.
congratulations,
Thanks
Jake.
for calling
and
in,
all the
man.
scrap pile, man.
Everyone else is too much of
appreciate
a
it very
fucking
much,
chicken
guys.
shit to call in, dude.
Jake's scrapping them. Fuck yeah, man. All right. We're going to take another question. Have a good night, Jake. It's good to talk to you, man.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, peace,
Oh,
brother.
yeah, of
Thanks.
course.
I thought I'd been watching too much Kill Tony. I'm roasting everybody, dude. It's not good.
All right. Quick question from Bass. Any plans to come to Europe again soon?
Yes.
We've got loose plans to go to Europe. Yes.
We have hard set plans to come to
Yeah.
Europe.
I was trying to play it cool.
Oh, I don't play anything cool. I'm just like,
I love
fuck
that.
it, I'm going to say everything.
I feel like I'm the big mouth guy. You know, I'm getting in trouble, Billy.
I feel like
don't
I
say that.
have a big mouth. We have European dates that we're going to be announcing soon. There we go.
We're going to be eating all the shawarmas.
That's right.
The kebabs.
The kebabs better watch out because I'm coming for them.
The good Indian food. The
Lots of bread.
schnitzel.
I'm coming back 20 pounds heavier, full of beer and bread and cheese.
I'm going straight up sober Euro tour, bro. Just kidding. I don't know what's going to happen.
That's a hard one. That's a hard one
That would
to
be
promise.
a feat. That would be a feat, dude.
Also knowing who we're going with, I don't.
But the
No.
main drawback to not drinking, though, is being around drunk people.
Yeah.
They, like, suck so bad when you're not drunk.
Yeah, it's just a whole different thing.
Yeah, it's really whack. But, yeah. Does this guy live in Europe? Okay.
That's honestly one of my favorite things, though, is being like a people watcher while everyone else is drunk around you. That's like
yeah.
where the best stories come
That's
from.
true.
People
That's
doing
true.
stupid shit and you're just laughing your ass off.
I
That's
know.
true.
And you wake up the next day and you're like,
And you just think of the dumb stuff that everyone else did, and you're like, phew,
Yeah, someone's
escaped
got to
that.
take video proof.
that's
yeah,
true.
you don't have anxiety.
No
You
anxiety.
feel fucking great.
Yeah.
You didn't trash yourself. God, it's awesome.
Yeah. It's hard to stay sober in Europe, though, when you're getting a
know.
bottle every night, and some venues have kegs backstage. So, yeah.
Kegs of Bud Zero,
Europe
maybe?
likes to party. Yeah.
No, that would not
And
fly
every
over there.
night there's a fucking like club night
I
after you
know.
play. People don't know that about Europe. So there's like a rave in every venue every night after you play. Pretty
Raving
much.
it up.
Yeah. Every
Venues are
country.
pretty nice there, man. Not
Yeah, they're
gonna lie.
really nice. Showers
I
every
don't want to
day.
be one of those people who's like, oh, you first go to Europe and then you get back and you're like, everything is like, over in Europe.
I know. It never
we go.
fails. It
Yeah.
never fails. Every time you go,
Yeah.
you come back and you're like telling your family.
Oh, they got
about-
the fries there are way better, man.
Oh,
They're-
in Europe,
they
the
serve them in like
ketchup.
a newspaper wrapper.
In Europe, the pasta is made with
Yeah.
better grains and it doesn't fill you up as much. And
I know.
then your whole family is just like
Oh,
plotting
God.
to
Yeah.
murder you behind your
They
back.
have curry ketchup there, all right? Curry flavored ketchup.
But we are going, we're taking our boy Rob over to Europe for the first time.
That's gonna be amazing.
I'm gonna have to take a camera for that. I'm
Dude,
gonna be
I'm
the camera
saying.
crew to Rob in Europe.
That make a reality
Rob
show
goes
off of that.
to Europe, dude. Can't wait.
Naveen going to Europe again is going to be sweet. You know, I've actually thought of that. I remember like after the pandemic or during/after, I remember just thinking like, are we ever going to go to Europe again? Probably not.
Yeah, I thought
don't
that
see
too.
that
I
happening.
was like, it's just
Yeah,
not
like, is that going to
happening.
be a thing? But
Mhm.
it's a thing.
Looks
Apparently,
like it's a thing.
it's going to be a great thing.
Great thing. All right.
Well, yeah, it'll be a good time.
Seems like we should be announcing it probably soon. I
You think
guess.
so?
I would assume so, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
You didn't hear it from us.
Yeah, no, you didn't hear it from us.
Goblin Smoker has a question. How often do you guys practice?
I've been practicing a bit
pretty
more
much
lately.
every day.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
mean,
think I said this on the last episode though, and I'll just say it again. This is my thing: is that I don't really, I'm not super structured with it.
yeah,
I just-
same.
Like honestly, a half hour before Harrison got here, I was just like, I feel like playing drums, and I
Mhm.
just ripped it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just had a fucking good ass time.
Yeah, I kind of practice vocals every day, but it's pretty spontaneous. I don't set
Yeah.
aside time. I just like get antsy and start doing vocals and then turn on our music and start practicing along to it.
But there will be, I think this probably goes for both of us. There's points in time where there's something you want to get better at,
Yeah,
so you'll practice a bit more than usual
totally.
to get there.
Totally.
But then once you're there, it's kind of like you just kind of hang out and have fun with it.
Yeah. Pretty soon we're going to have to start practicing
Yeah.
for the Whitechapel show and stuff. So then we start doing like we'll practice together and do hour-long practices. And
That's practicing the material for live. That's a whole nother beast.
right.
But I mean, since I've been doing so many playthroughs and shit, I'm gonna be pretty much ready to fucking go on that stuff.
Ready to rip.
Yeah. I've been practicing the material a pretty good amount.
Yeah.
I had to work it up for the Meinl thing.
Right.
So that was pretty scary. The new song is really hard to play. It's fucking...
Yeah.
I was like, we fucked ourselves. It sucks.
I know. Every time I want to write, every time before I write vocals, I'm like, all right, this time I'm going to make it easiasier for myself. Not do anything too tricky. You know how they're like, sometimes there will be, I'll be a little jealous of like the patterns that some vocalists will write for themselves because they give themselves a lot of space and they only have one word to say. And I always go in to it with a plan of like taking it easier on myself and always take it way harder than before. So
yeah, same here. I was like I said, I was making that playthrough today for this single we have coming out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is fucking too hard. Like, I can't play this.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Right.
It sounds cool though when you're listening to it.
It does. Wasn't there a question about? There was a really good question about.
What's your favorite thing to get on Domino's Pizza? What's your
No,
order?
there was like a question about touring, a tour van.
Oh yeah. Let's hear that one.
Let's hear that one. I thought that was a really good question.
Yeah, it's from Narlo Slamtana.
Great name.
Pretty sure. Yeah. I feel like this is a silly question, but I feel like for the purpose of band travel, there isn't much information out there. My band is looking for a van. Curious on any tips for recommended models or years to avoid. Better to buy from a third party, used, or dealership. We want to buy one and use it forever.
Well, you're not going to use it forever, so that's.
Well, forever. I mean, we can use it for. We've been using our van for 8 years.
We're pushing 300K on that bitch.
Yeah.
So get a 40 350. Duh.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
So you need to get a 15 passenger. That's. I guess there's a reason why almost every band has the same type of van. That's because it works really well.
Yeah, it's a really good tour van.
I personally love the Ford E350. That is the van we have, Coco. And so yeah, you want to make sure we bought that. It probably had like 20,000 miles on it, so it was pretty much new.
Yeah, it was.
So we did finance that. And I think we paid it off fast, though. So Cheney and I, we did finance it, and we put a pretty good amount of money down. But then we also did a few tours where we just straight up didn't take any money and just put it all towards the van.
Yeah.
Because it's good to free up your cash flow.
It's just one less thing to think about.
One less thing to think about. So that's an option. I'd say... Even if it has 100,000 miles or whatever, like I said, ours has almost 300K on it, and it's freaking, knock on wood, doing great.
Yeah.
I'm pretty, like, cheap with a lot of stuff, and I will fuck things up here and there, but I feel like we've done a pretty good job with the van, like, always using synthetic oil, and, like, get the tires changed, and before you do a tour, just take it in and get a mechanic to look at it.
Yeah, just get a clean slate on it.
Like make sure everything is, whatever, the spark plugs are tight and all that stuff. Because the one time I did not do that was on the last 10-day run that we did. And guess what? It was a bunch of simple stuff that a mechanic would have known about. Caused us a bunch of fucking hassle.
Yeah, totally.
So... we definitely do that. We have spent quite a bit of money on the van since then. Probably, we buy nice tires. We don't wait for things to get all fucked up before we fix them.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing that we're like that with. I mean, really, because it's really important.
It's super important because, like that 10-hour drive that Jake's about to go on, it's 10 hours one way. Those are the drives where you're going to get, like, something's going to happen. If something bad is going to happen to your van, it'll happen on those drives.
You do not want that happening, man.
And I know, people get those mini buses. They'll get, like, a weird touring vehicle like that. And those are always, I'm sure they're good for some things, but those are always the people I hear about not being able to make it through the mountains, like have weird shit happen in the middle of the desert. And
those
honestly,
are the bands. You see a band pull up in that, and you're like, they're gonna miss shows.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't get creative. Just go
happens
get a
without
15-passenger
fail.
van, preferably white.
That's why almost every single touring band that you see who's in a van has one of those vans.
That's what they have.
It's Old Faithful.
That's what you get.
Yeah. It's
And take as good of care of it as you can.
really, don't miss any of that stuff because you do not want to be stuck on the side of the road.
Yeah.
10 hours away from where you live.
Sometimes
and then you have to
it's
dump
even
hella money into it.
It's a danger situation sometimes because you're driving through crazy conditions on tour.
Yeah.
Snow and all sorts of. If your van doesn't work, you might freeze to death.
I mean,
seriously, that sounds crazy, but it's true.
No, it's 100% true. If our van didn't work on the tour that we did earlier this year with Archspire, or there have been several times on tours before, we've been stuck in the mountains trying to get to Seattle like several times. There's a huge mountain range that you have to go over to get into Seattle, no matter how you look at it. And we've been stuck on it several times on tours. Yeah. And if we were in one of those like mini buses, there's no fucking way I would have been down to go down a mountain that was where it was snowy and just icy and horrifying.
I love the van.
Driving is such a...
It's a big part of tour. It's what you do most.
Touring is driving. That is literally what we do for a living is driving. We get to play a show. That's cool. But driving is the biggest thing. That's what we're doing when we're not at the venue.
So Ford E350, Animosity, I think, had like a
Maybe
GMC
Dodge?
or something. We had a Dodge and then a GMC or a Chevy. But I just think the Ford E350 looks the coolest.
Yeah.
Thing just looks boss.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I would have maybe a black one.
But I don't know.
One.
I feel like everybody's got a white one, so let's just
keep it that way. Yeah.
You know, a black one would be sick though. It'd be
Yeah.
hard. It just wouldn't. You don't want to. That's another thing. Another little tip for you guys. You don't want to stick out.
You really don't.
You know,
That's
like don't
another
put a
reason.
bunch of band stickers on your trailer and shit. No, just look like a church group or something.
Yeah. Honestly,
even though when we get out, they're clearly like, oh, there's a band
put
there.
church stickers on the van.
I've thought about it.
If you can find a van, actually, I think when we saw Witching had a vehicle.
They had a little.
They had a
short
vehicle
bus
that I
thing
was
going
kind
on,
of scared
dude.
that they might break down, but it was a church one, and I was like, that is what's up. You want everyone to think you're a church group. There's nothing in there to steal. There's nothing in there to arrest you for. Leave us the fuck alone. That's what you want the outside world to do.
But when they pull us over, they're like, okay, these people are clearly
because
Satanists.
you will get pulled over on tour, for sure is gonna happen.
So there you go.
Actually, I'm not gonna. We've gone a couple of tours. We haven't really been pulled over, but you usually get pulled over for a reason. Like the trailer lights are out.
Something doesn't work.
Yeah,
that's when you get pulled over. So take care of your shit.
Take care of that. Take care of your shit. Because you're a band and there are a million reasons to search you because y'all probably have tattoos. Whether or not you're doing anything illegal in there, there are a million reasons to fuck with you. Yeah, just keep it cool.
Take care of your gear and your gear will take care of you.
There we go.
Little tip for you guys.
Bingo.
Hope that helps.
Hope it helps.
All right, what do we got? Let's knock them down. Come on.
Burning the Hive. Cheney, do you ever belt out some gutturals when the house is quiet and scare Naveen or the cats?
It wouldn't scare me because I'm used to her doing
I for
vocals.
sure do that all the time, though.
She does it quite a bit.
I do it all the time.
It definitely scares one of our cats, though.
Yeah, Shiva's scared of everything. Today I got out, like, the mop. I was holding the mop, and she was afraid of that, so... She's horrified.
She's a scaredy cat. I don't know what happened to her. We've had her since she was a kitten, so I'm like, what happened to her?
Yeah, nothing bad has ever happened to her. But if Naveen plays drums and she's around, she, like, acts like she's in Vietnam. Like... Yeah.
She's afraid. She's afraid of the ceiling fan. That freaks her out. And I also believe she's afraid of the TV.
She is.
But I was wondering if it was the move. I was wondering if she's just didn't get over that. Just couldn't. That just wrecked her.
Yeah.
I'm wondering that.
Yeah, me too.
Because Pappy doesn't give a shit. He's just down for whatever.
Yeah, Pappy actually, our other cat, he sleeps under our covers now. I've trained him to get under our covers in the middle of the night. So last night I felt like fur next to me under the covers, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And woke up and lifted up the blanket, and it was just Pappy's cute little eyes staring back at me.
He's a little cuddler.
He's a little cuddler. I love that guy.
I know, he's the best. Any more questions? How long have we been doing this podcast for?
Hour and 15.
Okay. All right, one more question.
All right, I'll take another one.
All right.
We've had a lot of laughs. We've had a caller. We've had some tips.
Do you want a vocal themed question or a random question?
Random question.
All right.
Random.
This is from Bindi Irwin. If you could master a foreign language once with the press of a button, which language would you choose and why?
Spanish, obviously. That's the most practical language to learn.
I would do Sanskrit.
Oh.
Because that'd be amazing.
That would be really cool. That'd be super cool. Smart.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
going
spoken,
practical. You're
there's
going
spoken Sanskrit, and there's I don't know, it's called ancient Sanskrit, or I'm going with that one.
Sumerian.
That's
what I would learn.
If I could know that would be incredible, man.
Sumerian.
Yeah. Not practical at all, but it would just be.
I was just thinking of why, the most practical language is Spanish.
But I feel like I
I'm-
could learn that, whereas
Yeah.
learning ancient Sanskrit, I'm not going to learn that. That's
I want to learn
that's-
cat language. That's what I would learn. That's what I would learn. I would try to talk to Pappy. I'd learn cat language.
There you go.
There we go. I'd be Dr. Doolittle.
I know, but then you learn cat.
Dr.
What if you
Crab.
learned cat language and you're like, these guys don't even, they only know they're like food.
Well, at least I could
food.
tell everyone.
That's true.
We'd solve the mystery.
We'd probably know what Shiva was scared about.
Yeah, I know. There's something going on with that cat. She could just tell me what was going on, and then that would solve a lot of problems.
It would.
I've seen all those angry cat videos and stuff.
Yeah, so there you go. There you have it. Let's answer another question. What do you got for us? It's got to be some.
You want to do this backing tempo tracks one? Is that the one
boring.
you're going for? I know, but it's a good
Boring.
question.
I know, but that's just look
All
it
right,
up
let's
on
do
YouTube.
let's do two more questions.
Okay.
I don't see the backing one.
It's
so you
in
got
the Twitch.
Backing tracks? Really? That's where we're going with this podcast?
Well, we gotta ask one tech question.
Stoutsky asks, my band just acquired a new drummer who's done world tours, and he's asking about backing/tempo tracks for
Oh my
live.
God.
What is the
Fire
secret
him.
for
He
those?
sounds like a douche.
Is Ableton king? for
Oh
that
my
stuff?
God. You've been watching way too much Kill Tony.
All right, I'm sorry. Let's hear the question. Let's hear the
Jeez.
question.
The whole question again?
Yeah, because Naveen didn't
Yeah,
even
hold
hear.
on, sorry,
Naveen didn't
let's-
hear any of it. He just was waiting to be able to say that. God.
My band just acquired a new drummer who's done world tours, and he's asking about backing/tempo tracks for live. What is the secret for those? Is Ableton king for that stuff?
Wait a minute. What is he asking about? What's, you know what I mean? Like,
I think he's asking how to set 'em up.
No, there's no, any DAW is fine. You can set it up in any DAW.
Asking about those. What's the secret?
There's no secret. It's just.
The secret is just you throw a click track up to.
So yeah, you would just take, if you've recorded to a click, you would just take the recorded material that you have, drop it in a session, and then route that via a mixer to each member of the band, and have a
Okay.
click track.
Yeah.
And there you go. Boom. Settled. If he's toured the world and everything, he should know that. I mean, this guy sounds like a.
Maybe he's in a band that doesn't use him.
Then that's what they should do.
Maybe he's the drummer of Car Bomb.
Yeah, don't use click tracks. Just rip it.
That's the plot twist. The drummer of Car Bomb just doesn't know how to
he's
use
like,
them.
Right.
I'm just kidding. All right.
But yeah, that's.
Next question.
Okay, to make up for me being a dick, if you really need help with it, shoot me a message and I'll help you get that set up.
Yeah,
That,
shoot
boom.
Naveen a message and
There we go. Good guy, Naveen.
throw him like legit specific questions and he'll answer them for you.
It'll be like, scene. Just kidding. I will respond if you want to ask me that. Actually, people have
Oh my
asked me
God.
that before, and I've given some really good tips for that.
Known for his good drumming tips.
I've
All
got
right,
good
job.
tips. I know how
All
to
right,
set
what's
that
the next
stuff up, man.
question?
All right, this one is perfect for ending it because it's how we started this one.
Beautiful.
Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Negative.
Definitely. I mean, it's not what I'm like ordering, but I like it. God, sorry, this beer is making me burp.
I know. You don't drink carbonated
Jesus.
stuff, really.
Yeah, I only drink water and coffee.
Yeah. I drink like 3 to 5 Diet Sprites a day. So
Yeah, I don't drink any pop or any
no
of that.
big
But
deal.
what was the question?
Pineapple on pizza.
Oh yeah, I like sweet and savory together, so I would eat pineapple on pizza. It's not my go-to, but we were talking earlier about how we're gonna go to Europe pretty soon, and
They're all wacky over
they
there.
eat.
Yeah.
If you guys, pineapple on pizza is not the problem, people. Tuna on pizza, that's a fucking problem. Corn and tuna.
It's probably pretty good.
Dude, it's not. I tried some.
Uh,
This is what happened the last time we went to Europe. I went, and they'll ask you before you go, like, if you're a vegetarian or meat eater and whatever. And I was like, not, I don't think I was veg at the time. So I said, okay, I'll just eat whatever. About a week in, I talked to our TM and I was like,
Put me down
please
for veg."
put me down for vegetarian. I'm not eating this shit.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what is coming at me. I'm not. Put me down for the veg menu.
I'm definitely getting put down veg.
Yeah, I'm definitely going veg. Definitely going veg.
Pineapple on pizza, not. So something about me is I'm the least picky eater probably ever. But that's, I don't know. I might draw a line there. I don't like it.
Pineapple on pizza is where you draw the line.
It's just like pineapple's my favorite fruit. I love pineapple. It's the most consistent fruit too, by the way. But putting it
that
on,
is just not even a
have you ever had
fact.
bad pineapple?
Have you ever had a bad strawberry?
Yeah, all the time. They're like
I've
smushy or
I've had
not
pineapples.
sweet.
I've had
or-
pineapples that are like hard, not ready to go yet.
But that's pretty rare.
All right.
That's pretty
Here's
rare
a
though.
poll. Here's a poll for the chat. What's
It's the most consistent fruit.
What
dude.
is the most consistent number one fruit?
Definitely pineapple. End of story.
I think it's peaches in a can.
Well, that doesn't count. It can't be preserved.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I think it's frozen
Jenny, your
blueberries.
Iowa is showing, dude.
Frozen blueberries.
I would still probably put. I would put.
Yeah,
the
in
pineapple up
Iowa
against
it
that.
gets cold. Okay, sorry, California. In Iowa it gets cold, so we have to preserve food.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of literal.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got me there. God, what I'm showing that I know how to
Survive
forage.
winters.
Yeah, survive the winter. Oh, no.
But now that I'm
me.
thinking about pineapple on pizza, I'd try it right now. If someone had it right here,
See,
I'd give it a try.
You
I'd
have
like
it
some.
here, folks. All you have to do if someone says they don't like pineapple on pizza, just throw them a slice.
Well, one time I did have pineapple on there, and there was something else. There was like feta or something, like another flavor that was kind of
Oh,
good.
yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
I would never opt for it though.
Neither would I. I'm opting for like all the cheese. I go double cheese.
Yeah.
That's it. With mushrooms. That's my order.
Cheney gets that Domino's order, like, it's $5.99, each. It'll be like $23. And I'm like, how did this happen?
Every time. It
I'm like,
costs
mine was
$23.
$6. I know it was because I went straight up by the script. That's what I
And
want.
mine's like,
And I'm like, how is this
18.
$23?
it's because
There's
I get it
5
pan.
sauces on the side.
I get it pan with double cheese with light marinara.
That can't be it. There's other stuff going on.
It is it. I fucking swear.
There's
Look in the
others.
Domino's app. You got
There's
the
3
tracker.
sauces. They're $1 each. And double cheese. Yeah, they. And I always try to convince you. I'm like, no.
Someone was
I'm like,
making-
here's what you do. Just get cheese, like, because some of the toppings are cheese, and you get
Yeah.
2 toppings. So I'm like, just pick cheese for the toppings, and then you don't get charged for double cheese.
Naveen,
But
there's a
it isn't the
comment.
same.
There was a comment in the chat that says, "Burning the hive." Naveen, you're making it hard not to roast you, talking about being cheap, because, it rhymes with skew.
I know. Roast me. I'm down. I don't care.
I didn't say it. I don't believe that.
Dude, are you kidding me? The stereotype is real. I mean, come hang with my dad's side of the family. Dude.
Oh,
It's
dude.
like, it's like, guys, come on, man.
It's like, just spend the money.
I know. I'm not really cheap in that way. I'm kind of cheap.
My grandma is cheap, and she has nothing to do with any of that.
Well, let's put it like this.
My
So-
grandma is the cheapest fucking person I've ever met. Mom, don't show this part to grandma if you're listening.
I wouldn't say that I'm cheap because that implies like I feel like people that are cheap are also sort of like selfish in a way with their stuff. Whereas I'm not like that.
My grandma's not like that.
I'm not like that.
She's a penny pincher.
So like, I just feel like the price is a factor in how much I enjoy the thing. So like, for instance, Domino's, it's really good, but when it's 18 instead of 6, it's like not good anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's good because it's $6.
So it's, what's that called?
I don't know.
It's like the price goes up and the good goes down.
Yeah, it's like
this.
If we're spending 18, we should have just went and got like a real pizza.
All right, well, let's end the podcast on that.
Yeah. All right, you guys.
All right, we love you guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Things are getting more edgy in here apparently with some crazy jokes.
That was a pretty crazy joke. We might have to edit it out.
We're not editing out.
Edit that, Harrison. All right, we love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening and hanging out on the Twitch. We will see you next week.
And we'll see you in the post show. We're going to play some music and hang out. See you next week, motherfuckers. Peace.